Hey, buddy, I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee from BLS. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, when it comes to parenting, ensuring your child's nutrition is a top priority. But what do you do when your child's lunchbox returns home untouched? Didn't even open it. We're here to help us with the ultimate guide on conquering this lunchtime challenge by sharing some innovative tips and supplemental choices that can turn lunchtime woes into nutritional wins in the childhood nutrition. All right, so we have the expert, the nutrition expert, Dr. Avena Wilson here with us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
Oh, thanks so much for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so you've been around and you know a little something about encouraging our youngsters on how to eat well and how to eat well while in school. Give us some tips.
Yeah, so I can speak to this as a parent as well. I have little ones at home, so I'm packing those lunches, and I can tell you the struggle is real. And so there are things that you can do. And one of the things I often tell parents is to be repetitive. It can take up to 15 times for a child to build an acceptance to a new food. So just because your kid doesn't like a healthy food that you offer them the first time, keep at it, keep trying, keep offering it, because the research tells us that it sometimes can just take a bit of time. Also, I think it's really helpful to incorporate the children into the meal prep. Make them a part of the process. Let them pack the lunch. Let them select what's going to go into it. Let them chop up the fruit or, pick what kind of drink they're going to have. This is going to make it so that they have some skin in the game and then they feel like they're a part of the process and not just being told what to do.
Yeah. So, Mommy, I'm going to prepare my food. Get ready. Here we go. Help me out a little bit. And then you just guide them along the way until they get it themselves. Next thing you know,
Exactly.
They're in high school grabbing a sandwich. Let's go. So give us a little background on how you got started with this whole thing.
Well, I've been interested in nutrition for my entire career. Started off looking at how nutrition affects the brain. And so really, one of the things that we've seen emerging over the past, I think, 5 or 10 years has really been the fact that what we eat has a really important impact on not only our physical health, but also our mental health and our brain health, too. And so that's really how I got into this and really interested in just helping people to understand that what we eat really plays a big role in all aspects of our life.
And it starts when you starting to think about getting pregnant, right? Because it starts in the womb.
It does, absolutely. And, early life nutrition is critical. And we used to think that meant, get the kids to eat healthy. But we're now finding out that it actually starts even before that. What people eat during pregnancy, what people eat even prior to pregnancy has a lot. So we really do need to be mindful about this. And it's about a lot more than just, staying lean and trim. It's about really promoting health for the next generation.
So if you're thinking about getting pregnant, you should maybe get on a workout plan and make sure you're eating right, because all of this contributes to rearing a healthy child.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So now you have something called SmartyPants vitamins. Do you take that before you get pregnant or what?
So SmartyPants Vitamins is a company that has a variety of different vitamin supplements that are great for all of the different stages of life. And prenatal, they also have a kids formula, which is great, especially if you have one of these kids who maybe isn't eating their lunch every day or is being a little bit picky. And it's a great way to fill those nutrient gaps that we're not getting from the foods that we typically eat. Yeah. And, this can happen. Our modern food environment is really, really not all that healthy. We're reliant on processed foods. We're eating fast food a lot. And, with that comes nutrient deficiencies. And so taking a multivitamin like SmartyPants is a great way to help fill in those gaps.
Yeah. Tell us about your new book.
Yeah, so my new book that has been out for a bit now is called What to Eat When You Want to Get Pregnant. And it's all about nutrition and making sure that you're optimizing your health, both the man and the woman, when it comes time for thinking about having a baby. And I have a new book coming out called Sugarless. It's available for pre-order now. And that's all about how you can beat your addiction to sugar, which I think a lot of people can really resonate with. We have so many people struggling with eating healthy, and eating too much sugar is a big part of that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I know sometimes the craving for sugar and the taste, we're eating for taste instead of nutrition. How can you get something nutritious that tastes well?
Yeah, you hit it on the head. Hedonic eating. That's what a lot of people are doing. They're eating for the pleasure of the food and not necessarily for the nutrition that's associated with the food. So we got to be mindful of that. Make sure we're eating for good fueling nutrition, not because it's going to make us feel good.
Excellent. How common is the issue of uneaten school lunches amongst children? They bring that food right back home. They didn't touch it. What happened there? How common is that?
It's a big issue. And, again, there's actually been studies that have been done in school lunch cafeterias where they look at the amount of waste, and you would be just alarmed if you saw it. It's just really something where, kids are throwing out the food. They're not eating it. And so that's why I think it's so important that we have these conversations with our kids. We get them on board with why it's important to eat healthy. We get them to really take this seriously, because what they eat now matters. It matters for their longevity. It matters for their health later on. And it's important that we get them into a healthy routine so that they don't have problems when they get to be older.
If you don't eat well as a youngster, does it stunt your growth? What does it do? What are some of the complications that can happen?
Yeah, I mean, if you are not eating a healthy diet as a younger person, not only are you setting yourself up for a host of medical complications, but you're also setting your brain up for bad habits, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the way you eat when you're a kid, you typically end up eating that way as an adult. And yeah, maybe you can get away with, having a couple of donuts all the time here and there when you're young, but when you get older, it's not so easy to, do that. So it's important to instill those good nutrition habits early in life.
And so the supplements in the book and everything are all on your website, right?
Yep, you can learn more about me on my website, Dr. Nicole Avena. And also, if you want to learn more about SmartyPants, check out their website, SmartyPantsVitamins.com. And their products are great. You can find them nationwide. They're available online, and they're also found in retail stores and Amazon.
Dr. Nicole Avena, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break. More Open coming up next.